But the nature of my former career was such that I could only take off like the last 2 weeks of every month and certain times of the year. And all the mission trips we had at that time fell on weeks of the month or parts of the year. I just couldn't take off. There was no way. And so I just kind of bided my time. And then when I finally retired, I said, okay, I've spent, the first, 3/4 of my life accumulating and providing a house and for our family and all that. And so now it's time to get back to the Lord. And whatever He says, wherever, whoever, whenever, I'm surrendered, let's go. So I went on my first trip to Colombia, and that was spiritual heart surgery. I was so moved by that trip and what the Lord did in me. And being involved in missions these last several years has done more for me than in all my previous years combined, without a doubt. Phenomenal, amazing, life-changing, heart-changing. So many people that come that are first-timers on trip, and I just got back from Colombia. I was there last week. We had several first-timers on that trip. And every time the first-timers say, oh my God, where has this been all my life? Why hadn't somebody told me about this? Well, it's not for lack of trying. So, and it's always amazing if we can just get them to commit and go on that first trip. Whatever fears they have, whatever concerns, doubts, it just lays it all aside. And it's amazing. Last year, we had 130 people go on all of our trips, 45 of which were first-timers. And they're now going regularly. And so we're just hoping to keep growing this thing. Because Matthew 28 is very clear. It doesn't say go if you're gifted. It doesn't say go if you're passionate. It doesn't say go if it's safe. And it's not directed to some subset of the church. It's directed to all of us. So whatever that looks like, Judea, Samaria, the ends of the earth, just surrender to God and do it.
Serving by supporting Him, I love that He loves this, and I know this is His calling, and I'm just right there beside Him, supporting Him.
I'm blown away by where we've come as a church. And because when we first started, they had the new worship center. And I don't know how new it was at that point. But it was obviously a much smaller church. I think we had 3,000 or 4,000 members. And since then, my God, it's grown just exponentially. And to see how much God has provided for Sugar Creek over the years, going back to the original, building, the chapel, which some people call the Pizza Hut, to where it is now, incredible. Amazing to see how God has provided so lavishly and graciously and abundantly. And to see where the church will go in the future. We've benefited so much from what others before us have done in providing this church. And it has been incredible for our family. And so kind of paying it forward to future families. Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Yeah, absolutely. We're both on board with this. We love the idea, the way the building's going to shape and all. Yeah, we think it's a great thing for our church. Like you said, it's kind of paying it forward.
Yep.
Next generation.
Definitely.
When we started, it was a white church. It was amazing. And now to see the world, what heaven's going to look like in our congregation. And not only they are serving, we're all together serving the Lord, and it's just beautiful. Mm-hmm. That's my favorite part about it is the diversity in our church. Love it.
And to see people from Africa coming in there, their cultural dress, and India and various other places around the world, and however many languages we have in our church now. Incredible. And it's amazing too, on trips, when we have people sign up to go on a mission trip, inevitably there's people on the team that speak the language and know the customs and the culture of wherever it is we're going, which is wonderful to have that. My name is Joe, and I'm unfinished.
My name is Nancy, and I am unfinished.